Oceans by Hillsong. Cool song. Very inspiring.
You call me out upon the waters, the great unknown, where feet may fail, and there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep, my faith will stand, and I will call upon your name, and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I am yours, you are mine.
Good afternoon. I've been really enjoying myself with some cool music, and this is just one of it. Oceans by Hillsong. You should try it out. It's really cool. You'd enjoy it. So guess what I have for you today? Oh gosh. Okay, so last week I posted some things on my social media saying that you guys should please tell me what exactly you want me to talk about today. I gave you some options, and so today I'm going to talk about that thing that had the most numbers of requests. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be talking about today. So I'm sorry to all of you who chose other things. I'm still going to talk about it, of course, but not today. I'm going to have to go with the majority. And what I'm going to talk about today, what many people wanted me to talk about today, is I stole my money. Weird, right? Like, I know you're wondering that how can you steal what belongs to you? Yeah, it's possible to steal what belongs to you. Okay, so actually this is a story. It's one of the chapters of my childhood experiences, and I'm going to be sharing a whole lot because I have a whole lot to share. Fun, many things, and so this is just one of it that I can never and will never forget. I don't think I can ever forget this particular experience. Okay, so while I was growing up, I was this kind of peaceful child. I still am. All right, so I was always out of trouble. Wherever you find people stealing, I'm not there. Wherever you find people, committing all sort of atrocities or notorious attitude, you would not see me in that light. Yeah, I was that very quiet, peaceful, easygoing person while I was growing up, and I didn't have so much confidence. Yeah, so I was always maintaining my lane. So I was in GSS3, SS1, I think, what's that? Azat. This time, what am I saying? Gosh. Alright, so I was in GSS3, SS1 when this happened. Okay, so I was going to meet someone to collect some things that was meant to be delivered to me. Okay, so where I was staying with someone at that time. Let's give her a name. Let's say her name is Mrs. B. Yeah, I was staying with Mrs. B at that time, and so she knew about what I wanted to go get at the park, and so of course she followed me for safety reasons and all. So we went together, and I saw the person. I got what I wanted to get. The person happens to be someone who knows me. I don't really know the person. So the person now at the end gave me money. The person gave me 20 naira notes, very new. It's like newly printed money. So it was actually a whole lot. I think I counted it that time, and it was not right in front of her. I counted it later, and that was about 5,000 naira, if I'm not mistaken. So it was a huge amount of money to me. I was so happy. And so we took pictures and ended the meeting, and I got back home with Mrs. B. And so when I got back home, she collected the money from me and told me to keep it. Okay, she actually told me to keep the money in her wardrobe. So I was like, okay, maybe she felt I might not handle it well, I might miss spaces or something, and she decided to keep it for me so that when I need, I can always take. So I kept it there. I would go to school the next morning expecting that she would give me money to school. I would always trek to school, I remember, and take a bus and follow the bus back home. That's how I used to go then, yeah. And so I remember she was not always giving me the money, and I would wait after being prepared for school. I would wait thinking she would just tell me to go take, but she never did any of those things. And it was always coming to my mind each time I'm in school. It was break time, I didn't have enough money to spend. I was always like, but I have money, why is she not giving me my money? Anyways, that's by the way, it wasn't really a burden to me actually. But then something that happened one day in school, my school, there was this seminar that was organized by one private NGO like that, and they needed, their audience were students, secondary school students, and they needed schools of high reputation. They needed representatives from those schools, selected schools, to represent the school in that seminar. And at the end of the seminar, would be given a certificate of participation. Okay, and it was really exciting how it was said. And fortunately, I was amongst the 5 students that were chosen from my school to go represent our school. But unfortunately, we were actually we were employed to pay some certain amount of money as contribution, I guess, to get fuel to the bus of the school, or maybe for refreshment in case they don't get to give us there, or maybe to actually pay there. I can't really remember, but I knew that there was going to be a need for us to actually put together some money in response to going for that seminar. And of course, the money was coming from those that were chosen. So so they told us before, and that was like probably a week before the seminar, to get prepared and all. So I got back home and I told Mrs. B what happened and how I would be needing money. I guess it was 500 naira. I remember so well, it was 500 naira, that I would be needing 500 naira to go for the seminar my school chose me to represent and all. And then she told me, she doesn't have the money, that where do I want her to get the money from? I know she's not working. And in my mind I was like, yo mom, you have my money lying in your wardrobe, so what are you talking about? Like, that was all going up in my head, in my mind. Of course I couldn't say that out, but then I was like, okay, I felt so bad and I was bothered. I was wondering how to go about it, because I really wanted to go for that seminar. I was this person that loved to go out for the school competitions, debate and all of those things. So any little opportunity I get, I feel so blessed to have that opportunity, and I really do not like to take it for granted. Okay, so it was really a burden to me. I was bothered, I was worried, I was sad that I wasn't going to go for that that seminar. And I'm really okay. So I felt I wasn't going to go for that seminar, so I was really sad. And the thought just came to me just a few days before the seminar that, babe, you have money lying in our wardrobe and she's telling you there is no money. Come on, just take the one you need and pay for it in school. After all, it's yours. And so I listened to that voice and I went into the wardrobe, and trust me, that was the first time in my entire life that I would steal. When it comes to some certain things, I've been brought up how not to do that. Probably maybe when I was 1 year old, maybe I took a classmate's pencil, that kind of thing. But as at the time I knew my left from right, at the time I knew what was wrong and what was right, I never stole. And so it was really not easy for me to do that. But then I listened to that voice and I went into the wardrobe. I took out I counted 500 naira, 20 naira. I counted it, and kept the remaining just exactly the way it was. And I went to school that morning, and I was able to pay the money. So I was really happy because I was going to go for the seminar. Then I remember, okay, I went for the seminar, and when I got back, I got back with certificate of participation, which was really, really what I wanted. I was so happy. I was excited. But when I getting back home, there was nothing to be excited about because really nobody really cares about. You understand? But then I still got home. Okay, I remember I hid that certificate. I didn't let her know. I didn't let Mrs. B know that I went for that seminar because she would have asked me where I got the money from. So I pretended like I didn't go for it eventually. I guess I even formed like I was sad, but I kept the certificate. I don't even know where that certificate is any longer. Anyways, and lo and behold, not knowing that she had found out that I took 500 naira from the money in the wardrobe. I guess she counted it or something. And so getting home that day, I noticed she was not in a good mood, and then she confronted me immediately, even before I dropped my school bag, that did I take money from our wardrobe? And immediately, I don't know where that lie came out from. See, this thing that they say is true, that when you commit one sin, if you don't confess or you don't make restitution, you use another sin to cover that sin. That thing is so true. It's so true. Just like someone who commits fornication and gets pregnant and does not go for confession or restitution, or does not make amend, and the person now in the quest to cover that, the person aborts. That's like another sin. You understand? And then it keeps going like that. So that thing's actually true. Because immediately she asked me, I didn't even think twice. I just lied. I was like, I didn't take it though. I didn't take it. And so I felt bad immediately, but then I lied. And so she said, okay, that we should start looking for it. I was not helping them to look for money that I knew that it was me that took, and I've spent it. I was looking for it too. We were looking for it. We brought out all the clothes in our wardrobe. We're just looking for the money, for 500 and 20 naira notes. KJ 500. Yeah. So there was another adult in the house at that time, and she now came to me because it was obvious that it could have been me, because it wasn't her, it wasn't the other person. I was the only young person in the house, and I was the one that came to say that I needed money. You get that kind of thing. So she came to me and she was like, Christy, tell me the truth. Did you take the money? I would know how to do that. She's not going to beat you. Don't worry, just tell me the truth. Did you take that money? Because we are just three in this house. And then I had to open up to her, crying. I said, yes, I was on that took it, that I needed it for school, and she wasn't giving me, so I had to take from it. That honestly, I just took what I needed for school. I didn't take more. I was just pleading, and she said, okay, no problem. And then she spoke to Mrs. B on my behalf to forgive me, that I took the money, that I'm so sorry and all. Mrs. B did not beat me that day, did she? I'm not sure. I don't think she beat me. She didn't beat me actually. But then, of course, she spoke to me, scolded me, abused me, insulted me and everything. And I felt so bad. I had to apologize. And trust me, my only share from my 5,000 naira was 500 naira. And so that was how it all happened. So I stole my money. I don't know. Let me ask, if you were in my shoes, what would you have done? You needed that money for school. You know the money is yours and the person was not willing to give it to you. What would you have done? Would you have left the money and not go for that seminar? Would you have not cared about the seminar as much as I cared about it and did what I wasn't supposed to do? What would you have done? Just tell me what you would have done if you were in my position. So that's where I stole my money came from. That's the story. This story is just bringing back a whole lot of memories that happened around that time, and I'm super excited that I'm going to be sharing plenty of it with you all. So this is the end of Let Us Talk today. Like, today is just about me. Some persons were like, Christy, talk about yourself. We don't even know you. You just talk about things, but we don't know the person talking about that thing. So I guess this is a way of you knowing me. At least you know one of the things I did when I was a child. Yeah, and I went to Coleman Metropolitan College. In case any of my peeps are watching this, yeah. I went to Coleman Metropolitan College. I was in art class. Yeah, I was in art class. I wasn't a science student. I was in art class. I was the hostel prefect at some point. A lot of people wanted me to be chapel prefect, assembly prefect when it was time for us to, contest for the post of prefects. But then I didn't take it because I was already the hostel prefect. So I didn't take it. I was hostel prefect before I that was after I left where I was living. That's when I went to the hostel. Yeah, so it was necessary that that position was given. So I was hostel prefect. I was just hostel prefect, and then I was like the leader, the lead vocalist for my choir, my school choir. I was the lead vocalist. Everything we had, I was always the one leading. Every songs that we had to take, I was the one leading. I was always the one leading. And I remember one of the songs, maybe I should just sing it to you. Okay, this was a song that we sang for my seniors that left before me. Yeah, it was the song we sang for them. And shout out to my music director, Mr. Duke, wherever you are. I don't know if this video will get to you. I just want you to know that I love you so much, and you're part of my success story in terms of music, because you really helped me a lot in my music life. It really helped me. It groomed me. It saw something I never saw in me, and it was always working on me till that confidence was full. Yeah, the song Jeje o, jeje ni kò máa lọ, jeje ni kò máa ṣe láyé. Jeje o, jeje will win the race. Jeje will make you great. Jeje o. And there was one part of the song that says, it is time for you to move on and get yourself a better life. Cause 20 children cannot play for 20 years away. Oh gosh, I love that song. I really love the song.